So a moment ago, you saw me tacking a welded cage up in there. So then what I've done now is I've slid the rear end underneath the car and connected the lower bars from the spring pocket to the perch that's on the rear end from Ridetech, the one that you just bolt on. And I thought this was a great time to stop and show you something, because I get this question all the time. Oh man, is the arms adjustable at the bottom because my front wheel is too close to my front of my fender? So I get this a lot. And here, let me flip the camera around and show you something. All right, so this is what a lot of guys talk about. Let's get this out of the way and look. Man, look how close it is to the front of the fender. I mean, it's super close. I can get a finger in there and that's about it. But this happens because your pinion angle is incorrect. So I kind of rigged up something, because usually I just get underneath there and adjust it, but I wanted to rig something up to kind of show you guys what I was talking about. And this is all about basic physics, okay? So number one, hold on, let's go look. Here's our rear axle. Here's the block that hangs down from Ridetech. Here's the long bar. This connects to the front leaf spring perch, okay? So what you've created is a leverage or momentum spot. So you have one going this way and one going this way. So to move it, right, the pumpkin in the center has a snout that sticks way out here. So if I push this up, right, if I push it up, what happens? This will rotate backwards, because here's my pivot point, right? Push this up, right? If I push that up, you watch. So if I did that, it would rotate. So I always tell people your pinion angle is wrong. It's not the lower bars are short. So to prove that, not to prove it, just to kind of show what I was talking about, I literally took a jack, not high tech at all. I put a jack and a piece of wood on that front pinion. That's it. Oh, nothing else underneath the car. So I'm going to jack the car up. I'm going to jack that front pinion up. And I want you to see, do you see it moving away? Isn't that crazy? Really, it's that easy. Now, by getting my pinion angle correct, look what I did. I centered the rear wheel. I didn't change anything. I literally centered the rear wheel by moving the front pinion up. And let's take a risk on this. I bet if I go get my angle gauge, let me go get it. It's over here on the cart. I wasn't even ready for this, but let's do this anyways. If I get my angle gauge, I bet if I stick that up there, I'll be just a hair off of 90. I think I'll end up being like a 91, 89, something like that, depending on which way it is. Oh man, can't see it with the tire in the place. So let's go to the other side. There we go. There it is. Isn't that cool? You can see my brackets are nearly straight up and down. You just saw that we centered the wheel in the fender well. Look, my bracket, it's nearly straight up and down. It's almost a perfect 90. And you can see it over there. Nearly a perfect 90. I like to put tires on because it's an easy way to measure is from the inner fender well to the back side of the tire. And what I'll do is I'll center it from side to side and to make sure it's correct. And then having the tires on, as you saw, allows you to get that tire centered in there just literally by jacking it up a little bit. I'll turn the jack, I'll lower it back down, and you can see how much it moves. I mean, that's crazy, huh? Let's take a little pressure off the jack. And the pivot rolls forward. That's it. Oh, and there it is all the way forward. The wood fell off the jack. And then once again, this is what everybody complains about. It's too far forward. And you saw how easy it was. I just literally moved the front of that yoke up and centered it inside the wheelhouse. So when I'm putting the rear ends on, that's what I do. I put a wheel on, center it from side to side, and then front to back, and then get my level set. So I'm gonna jump back in there. I gotta put that block back in there and get my nose back up.